Welcome to Verbal Pick Radio, where we give you a verbal image of life, and we are everyday people. I'd like to welcome you all to the show. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. The bond between the mother and the child is great. For those mothers who bore children and raised those children, those mothers who get a chance to take a look at their child and they can look in their child's eyes and tell if they're going through some pain or if they're happy or if they're successful or if they're in doubt about something. I mean, a mother would know, because a mother knows her child. Your mom can look at you and tell if you're telling the truth or if you're lying or not. So definitely, we want to give a shout out to all the mothers. That job of a mother watching their child grow up and achieve things in life. I mean, that also is a wonderful thing to see, and in a wonderful position to actually be in, because some mothers don't have their children in front of them, or don't have their children to console or counsel or teach. One mother I'm thinking about in particular, and that's one of the reasons why we're doing this show this Mother's Day. We're asking, Justice is asking, if you all could remember Jennifer Jeffley and Jackie Jeffley. And Jackie Jeffley is the mother of Jennifer Jeffley. Jennifer Jeffley is the young lady at the age of 15 years old in the 8th grade who was falsely convicted of murder. She's now been in prison for 21 years. And it's a shame that this can happen in America. But it's not really a shame, because it's past being a shame. It's an epidemic of young black people who are locked up just to have a case solved, just so everyone can get their money out of this, off the taxpayers, and leave innocent people to rot behind bars without their just due, without their rights being adhered to. This young lady, without a parent present, without legal counsel present, dealing with adults and an adult mind, was coerced into signing a confession without legal representation or a legal guardian present. Was told that if you signed this typed up confession that was typed up by the police, that you could go home. And 21 years later, she's still behind bars. And I hear so many people, you know, you turn on the television and you turn on the radio, and you hear so many people talking about how great the justice system is and how we need to back the first responders and the police department and whatnot, in some instances. But when you have cases where justice wasn't served, especially to black people, because in America we've been fighting for justice. You know, it's why you have the fights of people who want the Confederate flag, the Confederate monuments taken down, because it's saying that I approve of slavery. I approve of, I wasn't on the side to free the slaves. I was on the side that wanted slavery. And we all know the mathematics of history. History will repeat itself if you do nothing about it. So black people are well within their rights to fight anything that resembles slavery, whether it be the justice system. That's another form of the actions that are being taken upon black people, male and female, that says that we're biased, we're racist, and we're not going to give you the same justice that we give a white citizen. How many officers picked up white officers, even black, any officers, but white officers that that picked up a shotgun, a rifle, and shot in the back of the car and killed a 15-year-old white boy, like what happened in Dallas. I mean, it's ridiculous when you look at all of the things that happens to young black people in this system, but black people in general. And we are the people who keep 100% of our wealth right here in America. We don't send it out to different countries. Like a lot of Hispanics send their money to Mexico. A lot of white people send their money back to Germany, Russia, Israel. A lot of Asian people, when they get paid, make money in America, they send it back to China. The black people in America, money stays right here and circulates right here in America. And the way the justice system, the judicial system treats black people is ridiculous, and it should never happen. But foremost, and what's important is that we as a people don't allow ourselves to be treated other than just. Like Brother Farrakhan stated, call yourself the original man. If you're the original man, that means you set forth freedom, justice, and equality to govern all mankind. You the fathers of it. We're the fathers of justice. So why would we stand and sit around and take injustice? It doesn't make sense. You have to have your voices heard. You have to speak out against injustice, because if you don't, that would be the order of the day, and you could just be walking down the street, and who's going to come to your aid? You didn't say anything, no one did anything. Who's going to come to your child's aid? Falsely accused and snatched up off the streets and taken from the mom. The mother doesn't have that natural bond with the child. I mean, Jennifer Jeffley was taken away she was 2 weeks into being 15. That wasn't the vision or the future her mother had planned for her. So no police officer, no one has the right to snatch that right away from a mother and not have a due process of the law, without the letter of the law being followed to the T. You can't violate common practices pertaining to law when it comes to a black person, brown person. You just can't, minority, what you would call minority, you just can't say, you know what, we can throw the part about her being a minor, we can throw that out the window. We can throw the part about you need a legal, a parent needs to be present and sign the contract of a confession. Let's take that and throw that out. You can throw out the fact that she doesn't understand her rights. She's an 8th grader. There's no legal counsel present to explain the contract that she's getting ready to enter into. Throw that away. In junior high school, even in high school, you have to have your parents' permission to sign a permission slip to go on a field trip or anything. But when it seems like when they get people behind closed doors, when the justice system snatches them behind closed doors, it's almost like they close the blinds, the shades, and they go in on the person because, look here, I don't have time to get out there and be trying to find no real killer. You right here, you sign this confession, we're sitting at home, case done. You got to make it look good. Then, all of a sudden, the person that they promised to go home doesn't go home. 15 years old. Rights wasn't explained. And you say, how can something like this happen in America? You'd be surprised of the many cases that happen, just like the case of Jennifer Jeffley. And I want you all to go to change.org, the Jennifer Jeffley case, that's Jeffley, and sign the petition. Sign a petition and help this young lady out. She still got life ahead of her, even though they took out 21 years of this young lady's life unjustly. So, spread the word. While you all are enjoying Mother's Day, think about the mothers who lost their child in this justice system, who at the time may not have the money to hire the best lawyers. Think about the mother who has to put their hope on the lines of a public defender who don't like black people in the first place, who didn't even contact Jennifer Jeffley, question her about the case, or did anything to come to a conclusion, to see her innocence. He wasn't worried about whether she was innocent or not. They just needed a case closed. And since she is what they call minority, hey, who's gonna care? Who's gonna care? She's sacrificing so we don't have to get out and find a real killer. We can close this case and move on. And we'll use her as a sacrificial lamb. Why not? Who's going to care about the minority? So we want all of you who cares about justice, who likes living in justice, to go and do what you can on the Jennifer Jeffley case. Do some study and some research. Let them know that she needs to be released and compensated for 21 years of her life vanished behind bars. Do you know what being put in a steel box, what that does to the mind? I mean, that's it's horrible. So we want to fight and make sure that, and when I say fight, I mean make them own up and stand up for the truth. And the truth was, she shouldn't have never been down there by herself in the first place. Feral Pig Radio, we're out.